Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name is Landon, and here we play Jank. And today I have kind of a special treat for you. I have two decks for you, one standard, one Pauper. I do have a Pauper tournament coming up in the Discord. I believe it is April 19th. So you gotta join the Discord. We'll get you into the right place, and we can play the Pauper tournament on the 19th, if I'm correct about that, which I think I am. So, this is Bug Ninja, as I'm calling it, and it's all about Accelgor, because Accelgor is the Bug Ninja. And it's got this awesome attack, Poisonous Ploy. It does 70 damage, and then you switch out of the active, and your opponent's Pokemon is poisoned and confused. So, you Accelgor doing 70 damage, they're confused, they're poisoned, and you can put up Pekka if you want some more poison damage on there, if you don't think they'll be able to attack you. But if they can, you want to throw up something like Mimikyu, because then they can't attack you with EXs, right? So there's lots of options here, lots of opportunity to have a lot of fun. You Accelgor and you just switch into either Mimikyu or Pekka. I also threw in a 2-2 line of Dunsparce for some draw, because what else am I going to play, right? It works. That's the fun part. For energy, we've just got 4 Luminous and 6 Grass. You might be wondering, why the Luminous? Well, that is so you can attack with the Mimikyu. Ghost Eye, dealing 7 damage counters, which equals to 70 damage. Just real nice optional play for you to use if you need to. There's also Pekka here, which I would not recommend, but if you're in a situation where you just don't want them to retreat, that's what Pekka's attack does. So yeah, lots of options here. With the energy, you've got options to do kind of whatever you want. So let's jump into the trainers that make this whole thing possible. And of course, we got to start off with Buddy Poffin. Buddy Poffin is a fantastic basic Pokemon search. It will get you everything, all your basics, except Pekka. That's right, Pekka will be the only basic you can't grab. We do play Brock Scouting as 4 of here, so you can grab whatever basics you want or whatever evolution you want. Love Brock Scouting, such a fantastic card. People undervalue its brilliance. We got 2 copies of Switch. Yes, we play Rescue Board to get Mimikyus out of the active, but sometimes they get something stuck in there you don't want there, and you gotta play the Switch. Shelmet does have 3 retreat, and that's often a good gust target for them, so the Switch lets you get the Shelmets out. The Dunsparce has 3 retreat. The Dunsparce can just shuffle into the deck. Mimikyu's got 1 retreat, Pekka's got 1 retreat. Accelgor, I think, is 1 retreat. So yeah. We got 2 copies of Earthen Vessel to find our grass energy. Sometimes you need a little help finding your energy. We got 3 copies of Arvin to search out your items and your tools. We got 1 copy of Super Rod. 2 copies of Ultra Ball to find your evolutions mostly. We got 2 copies of Boss's Orders. And the number of times I've had a hand that's like a Ultra Ball, 2 Boss, and a Professor's Research, and I need to draw cards, you know, like, it's so frustrating. We also have 2 copies of Colress's Tenacity. Those can grab you your Luminous energies, but also your Perilous Jungle, because we're playing that too. We've got 2 copies of Pokegear to try to get the supporters you want. We got 3 copies of Perilous Jungle to add up those damage counters with the poison damage. We got 3 copies of Professor's Research for some draw. A spec of choice, Max Rod. I have really come around on this card. Max Rod is beautiful. It is amazing. Highly recommend it. When an Accelgor gets knocked out, you probably have a Shelmet on the bench, maybe with 1 energy. Well, Max Rod will get you your Shelmet, your Accelgor, 2 energy, and something else back, usually a Mimikyu, back onto the field. It's such a powerful card. Absolutely love it. 1 copy of Palpad. Because I've been having a lot of tasks to play a Palpad, that's honestly why it's here. I think I usually have another Pokegear, but hey, Palpad's not bad, especially when you got those bad discards. 1 copy of Nest Ball as an option to get your Pekka. 4 copies of Rescue Board. Those are our trainers of choice to get our Mimikyus out of the active. That's the deck. I am going to cut to a video of this in a live stream. I'm also going to show off the Pauper version. So it was your first game with the deck. That is impressive. I liked the Unpheasant, but I don't think it really fits in with the Accelgor stuff, you know? I feel like those are just like not meshing well. I could be wrong, but yeah. Richard, going long tonight? Yep, as long as I have people to play against, I will keep on going. I'm kind of at that point of the stream, of as long as people get in line to play against me, I'll keep going, but once I'm out, I think I'll stop and take a break and, you know, go rest. And Hugal and I still have Severance to finish, so hopefully we can finish that maybe tonight. Probably not, though. Probably tomorrow. What do we got going on tomorrow? Is tomorrow a day off? No. Mimikyu. Oh man, she's starting Mimikyu against me. Yeah, tomorrow's a day off. We'll see if the Thursday D&D group is going to meet, but beyond that. Richard, I was able to watch Daredevil and still come back to your stream. We are several episodes behind on Daredevil, so we are not as lucky. Oh, this is going to be huge. Buddy. I'm going to buddy out Shuppet and Dunsparce. Right. And then I'm going to Brock Scouting out. A Shelmet and a Mimikyu. Done. Put those down. And then I'm going to end my turn. So as long as they don't get Mimikyu out this next turn, that'll be fine. If they get an energy on Dondozo, get Mimikyu out of the active, and get Tatsuguri's into the discard, I will be in trouble. Arvin for Brilliant Blender. Yep. Looked like they grabbed Bravery Charm, though, so they don't have a way to get Mimikyu out of the active, it seems. Clinton. It's a bulky, free retreater that can bounce energy back to the hand. The thought is that climbing the Snowy Mountain provides a similar sort of value to Poisonous Jungle. No, I get that. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, beautiful. So we're going to get a knockout here. We do got Pekarant. Let's see. They played Brilliant Blender, right? How many Tatsuguri? 2? 2 is enough, though. So I'm going to put that there. And then Professor's Research for a brand new hand. We get Max Rod, which is pretty nice, but I don't need to play anything, so I'll just knock out this Mimikyu, put Mimikyu into the active. Watch them knock out Mimikyu with their Dondozo, then we go to work. Clinton might not be super off the mold, but I think it synergizes well. No, I get what you're saying. That sounds fun. That definitely sounds fun. Richard, it's the best thing Marvel has had their hands on. Yeah, what we've seen so far is so good. I am so excited for more Daredevil. I heard that it's going to be 2 seasons, so I'm trying not to build myself up too much for the finale, because they're planning on a 2nd season. So the finale is probably just going to leave you wanting more than it is going to be satisfying, you know? So I'm trying not to get built up there. Like, they took an 18 episode run, shortened it to 9, but then they're doing a 2nd season. So it's going to be the full 18 episodes, but it's 9 and 9. So yeah. Clinton, the Blender. Yeah, the Blender. Blender can be dangerous. They knock out Mimikyu. Ah, jeez. I golly jeez. Accelgor go. We're going to be focusing on Pekarant, I think. Which isn't great. I only have one of it in the deck, because I don't think many people would focus on that. I got Boss, but I think I'll save that. Buddy for Shelmet, I guess? No, Dunsparce. Let's get some more draw going, right? We want some more draw here. Perilous Jungle. Poisonous Ploy. We're going to put Pekarant out. That's going to add on the poison, right? So that's 150. If they don't get out of the active, Dondozo will be knocked out. They don't have a Dondozo ready. And it will be knocked out through poison, which won't activate Pheasantipity. So I'm looking good there. But they got Togepi out. In the final evolution, they can either go for the draw engine or the extra prizes. If they go for extra prizes, they could still outpace me just by flipping enough heads, which is dangerous. See, I get like notifications of emails. I know I shouldn't be distracted while I'm playing, but yeah. Holy cow. This is several paragraphs that they're doing. They're doing some world building for me, which, Calico, if you are listening, you got me with that last message. Oh, man, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, man. Okay, so there's... Dondozo knocked out Pekarant, so they flipped heads on their confusion, which works out great for them. Not so great for me. Yeah, they went for the extra... They went for the extra prizes. It looks like they flipped tails on it. I was distracted. I know I shouldn't be, but I was. I can get a knockout, but what do I put in the active? I can Max Rod back Mimikyu and Pekarant. I'm going to do that. Max Rod. I know that feels like a waste, trust me, but I feel like I gotta. I gots to. Arvin. Arvin's going to grab me... A Super Rod and a Rescue Board? No, Earthen Vessel. I guess I'm going to grab Rescue Board regardless. No, I'm not, because I got Professor's Research, so I'd rather not discard all that stuff too fast. Earthen Vessel. The Arvin. Done. Let me grab some energy. Shelmet. Poisonous Ploy. I know I'm putting Mimikyu out, and it's not doing anything against Dondozo, but it's a single prizer that's not an attacker, at least not a primary attacker for me, so I think it's going to be fine. Switch. Okay. Dondozo comes into the active. I did knock it out by damage. They do get Fez. Not that really matters. They already had the energy. Alright, flip the script. Clinton. Waffles are pancakes with abs. True. That's why I eat pancakes. I don't need to feel shame by staring at my food like that. Like, oh, you've got abs. Like, you know, whoop-de-doo for you, I guess. Just go with pancakes. Easier to cook, easier to make, and they don't make you feel terrible about how you look. Alright, they knock out Mimikyu. Let's see this coin flip. Do they get heads? Dang it. That's really bad for me. That's really bad. That Mimikyu just became a 2-prizer. Oh no. There goes the Accelgor. Oh no. Oh geez, no. Alright, Pekarant. There goes Rescue Board there. This grass energy can totally go to Accelgor. I'm going to... No, I'm going to Professor's Research and hope that I can get a jungle. I got a jungle, okay. So I can not... No, wait, no. Do I? No, I don't think so. 70 plus 80 is not enough. Dang it. But that's a coin flip to attack, and hopefully they get tails. That's all I can really do is hope. But Dondozo is a beast nowadays. Like, hitting 200 as a single prizer, and then the mix of Lively Stadium and the Bravery Charm putting up to 240 HP is just insane. Alright, they crispined only for 1 energy. So that's good info. That is good info. I am a little disappointed I discarded the boss's orders. They knocked themselves out. Okay. Okay, now what are they going to put active? That's my next question. So there's 1. So much work for a drop of blood, you know? Where are they going to put active? That's the biggie. The big question. I haven't discarded both of them, have I? No, just 1. Okay, cool. Let's Pokegear. Boss? Yes, boss. We're going to boss up that Dondozo. And we're going to go to town on it. Let's retreat. Bring up Accelgor. I could Ultra Ball. I'm not going to. Poisonous Ploy. Let's knock out this Dondozo. Well, I guess we don't knock it out, but like, we're gonna stack on damage. Plus, it's confused. So if they flip tails on confusion again, they are knocked out, and we will tie up this game. Professor Turtle scenario, of course. All that work for nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Nothing. Yeah, yep. I guess the energy goes into the discard. And they couldn't crispin before, so do they have enough energy? If Hugal is listening, I am out of boss. Like, I know your deck, so, like, it's fair that you get some information on my deck. I am out of boss right now. I do only play 1 Pekkarunt, but it's really coming in handy. I went down from 2 to 1 of, because it just wasn't coming up in enough scenarios, but this is really... This is a really good game. That's what this is right here. This is a really good game. So back and forth. Then I can Brock Scouting again. Grab the Dunsparce. I can then Nest Ball for Dunsparce before I do Runaway Draw again. So I'll Nest Ball. Dunsparce there. Then I'll Runaway Draw. I guess Accelgor. Okay, cool. There's a Accelgor. A Luminous Energy onto that Accelgor. I'm playing down the Mimikyu. And I'm throwing a Rescue Board on it. So then I'll retreat. Bring up the Accelgor. And we'll knock out this Mimikyu. This wannabe Pikachu here. I wonder if they're gonna like Super Rod energy back into the deck, and then they'll crispin a Dondozo and knock out my Pekkarunt this turn. Let's see. I have fallen behind on the waffle versus pancakes discourse. Let's see. Richard, no fat pockets for syrup and butter. Yeah, but that causes butter not to be spread evenly across the waffle, which is slightly an issue, in my opinion. It makes it a very uneven eating experience, which, yes, can be fun, can also be frustrating for some people. Clinton, they work out on the waffle press, but are you out of employees? They never expect the employees' orders. Okay, I think the employees thing is about boss's orders. Dang. I think Hugal just ran out of energy. That's too bad. Hugal, that was a fantastic match. Your deck did everything I expected it to, but, like, yeah, just running out of energy. It happens, you know? Alright, welcome back. Here's the Pauper version of Bug Ninja. Of course, still revolving around the Accelgor, but we've got some different partners with it. So, instead of Mimikyu, because it would be pointless in Pauper, or Pekarunt, which isn't in some Pauper formats, I would switch into Maractus, because when they knock out Maractus, they get dealt 6 damage counters. Then you throw on a tool such as Vigorous Punch, Vengeful Punch, I don't know, that punch one that gives them 4 more damage counters when they knock out. So that's 100 damage if they dare to knock out Maractus. Then you can also add Spiky Energy to make it even more insane. Like, it's just crazy. And with that, we also have Toad's Cruel in here because it will give our Pokemon free retreat, all except Shelmet, right? It lowers the retreat cost of Pokemon by 2, right? Toad's Cruel does have to be on the bench. That is something to keep in mind. So it's not a bad idea to get 2 Toad's Cruels out so they give each other free retreat. But then the Toad's Cruel has 1 retreat, so that'd be free retreat. The Maractus has 2 retreat, so with Toad's Cruel, that would be free retreat, right? So you can get Accelgor back into the active and attack how you wish. The energy is also slightly different here. We've got 2 Spiky Energy and 6 Grass Energy. Spiky Energy instead of Luminous Energy because we don't need that rainbow effect. Plus, extra damage is always good. Then, onto the trainers that make this work. Trainer-wise, like, Boss's Orders is kind of one of the only rare trainers that you'd want from the standard to Pauper format. But yeah, we do play Dusk Ball here because we do play Redeemable Ticket. So we play Dusk Ball here because I like that combo, right? If there's a Pokemon in your prizes that you desperately need, maybe you can get Dusk Ball into your hand along with a Redeemable Ticket. Redeemable Ticket, Dusk Ball, get that Pokemon that used to be in your prizes. We got 4 copies of Vengeful Punch. That's the card that I couldn't remember the name of. It is Vengeful Punch. 4 copies of Bug Catching Set. Since almost everything is grass, Bug Catching Set can grab quite a bit. It's just missing out on grabbing the Toad's Cruel and the Spiky Energy. That's it. Right? Yeah, that's it. Brock Scouting down to a 3 of. I built the Pauper version first, and then I played it in Standard and made changes along the way. So this is actually fairly old, but I still think is a solid list. We got 4 copies of Perilous Jungle, 3 copies of Pokegear because I wasn't playing Palpad for the challenges in the Pauper version. I wasn't playing the Pauper version for challenges. We got 3 copies of Arvin to help us search out the items we want and the tools we want, the tools being Vengeful Punch. We've got the Redeemable Ticket, as I mentioned before, 2 copies of Super Rod, 4 copies of Professor's Research to dig. We've got 2 copies of Colress's Tenacity and 3 copies of Switch. Now I'm going to cut to the Pauper match that I played with Bug Ninja that I really like. So we'll go ahead and cut to that. And here is the Pauper version. I've worked on the standard version more, just letting y'all know, because it's easy to play standard. Playing Pauper takes a little bit more effort. But hey, now's my chance to get this thing tested and see how we do. Alright, so 6 votes in on the poll. Half of you love the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. The other half, no one said they hate it, which is good. No, I am excited. I also just felt like, oh, yeah, good. That's coming. I just kept feeling like that. Wait, who's going first? Sloane's going second. Yeah, okay. Done. Cleffa. Very nice. Bug catching set. Ooh, that's good. I'll play that down. And then I'm just going to end my turn there. Because that'll get me one more card draw before I bug catching set, where I'm trying to hit a second energy for the Shelmet, evolve into Accelgor. I can punch, switch to the bench. Maractus will be in the active. And if they knock out Maractus, they take 100 damage, which is so awesome. You know, I should be playing the Grass Toad's Cool, because that can still evolve into the Fighting Toad's Cruel that I have. I'm very happy with the quest changes. 300 crystals a day is awesome. I like the quest change that we now have a third quest to do with. I hope for more long-term quests, if that makes any sense. Maybe like have one that's like for a month, or maybe have one that's like for the entire season of this battle pass. Play, you know, a game with Hop, a game with Iono, a game with N, and a game with Lily Pokemon in your deck, right? Like just one type a deck, you know, or you could put them all into one deck and try to win that way. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I would like to see. I'm gonna say no to that. Sorry, Accelgor. Let's Professor's Research. Okay, Spike Energy works. That works. I still get the knockout. Boop. And I still got the Accelgor. Nice. Excited about the new Kirby Air Ride game. The GameCube era was my gaming jam. I didn't play Kirby Air Ride. I know people love it on the internet nowadays, but when I worked at a game store, way back when, the Kirby Air Ride game didn't sell, wasn't too popular, it seemed. I wasn't there at launch, obviously. I was there when they had some used games. The Kirby Air Ride kind of just sat on the shelf. So, I don't know. Lots of people are excited about it. I wouldn't mind trying it, like, when the game comes out. You know, I'll be excited for it. But I'm not like, I gotta buy a Switch 2 to get this, right? I think the only game I'm feeling that with, which is funny, Metroid Prime 4 and Legends Arceus Z to A. They're both going to be on the Switch. They're just enhanced versions, and it's like, I'd rather just have the enhanced version, thank you. You know? That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Another Accelgor. Awesome. Brock Scouting can get me some good stuff. Yeah, let's do a Brock's Scouting. I'll go ahead and grab Toad's Cool and Maractus. Very nice, very nice. Toad's Cool. Maractus. Spike Energy, Maractus. Let's go Pokegear. Another Brock Scouting for next turn. Perfect. Then I will have my Toad's Cruel out. Very nice. It got critically panned, but it's hard to find a player who hates it. Yeah, that's what I've seen, is that people that played it love it. And the people that didn't kind of have no feelings towards it. It's not something that excites them. It's not something that disappoints them, you know? Aw, it took away my Brock Scouting? And did not give me what I wanted? How dare you, sir? Or madam. Or whatever. How dare you, person. You evolved to remove the you can't retreat effect. But check out how much damage they're going to take. Sure. I won't be able to do that much damage back to them. But just watch. That is 120 damage that they're going to take, putting them at 150 HP. Then I bring up Accelgor, and I poison, confuse them, and I get, let's see, 60 less. So I do 10 damage. But yeah, look at this. And Vengeful Punch. Beautiful. beautiful. That's what I like to see there. Accelgor, go. All right. We've got Perilous Jungle. We'll play down Maractus. Might as well Super Rod and Professor's Research. Okay, we get the Toad's Cruel, which is awesome. We get Vengeful Punch, which is also awesome. Put that there. Spike Energy there. Poisonous Spray. Poisonous Play. Sorry. Poisonous Play. Alright. They take 30 damage from the poison. They got 110 HP left. They're confused, so if they try to attack, they gotta flip a coin. Now, they do got this Corv's Acquire, which they can evolve up to Corvin Knight, and... oh, Super Potion. Okay. Super Potion does not remove effects, though. Okay. Going by... hold on. I like that Scarlet and Violet is getting a free upgrade for Switch 2. Is it? When did they show that? I didn't see that. Oh, Clinton, I heard people went wild in chat for Silk Song. People love Hollow Knight, right? Silk Song has been coming for years. When it actually releases, I'll believe it. I didn't see a free upgrade for Scarlet Violet. I saw that there was going to be an enhanced version for Arceus. On Pokemon's website? Pokemon. Explore Luminous City on Switch 2. Let's go to Video Game and Apps. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. Accelgor, yeah. Now I'll attack. I'll move to the bench again with another Maractus in hand. Maractus comes down. Brock scouting. Let's get an Accelgor out. Uh-oh. The game. Yeah, I didn't see it on the website. Maybe I need to look better. There's a update coming for Legends Arceus. I don't know if that will be free, but yeah. Up. Richard's proven me wrong here. I gotta check the Discord. See how wrong I am. Centro Leaks. That is not their website. I just want to put that out there. That is not their website. Dang, I got it off of poison, not damage, so I didn't get the extra prize. Just saying, Richard. Just saying. You told me it was on their website. I do not see it. Let's see. If I go Scarlet, do they have like latest news or anything with Scarlet? Yep, maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I'm not seeing the right one. Sorry, read it through them. Just figured it would have been pulled from the site. I should also check the press site. Legend ZA, brand fact sheet, Journey Together launch. Let's see. I can go Grass Energy, Retreat, to Accelgor, Poisonous Play. Toad's Cruel giving my guys free retreat is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yep, nothing. No worries, Richard. You know, if it does happen, that's cool. If it doesn't happen, that's fine, because I kind of feel like they need to put Scarlet Violet in the rearview mirror. Focus on Legends ZA and Gen 10 for the 30th anniversary next year. That's kind of my feelings for it. Steel Wing, 150. Ideal, 120 back. Nice. Accelgor go. I got bug catching sets, spiky energy. I can super rod some stuff back, but I don't think I need anything back. I guess Accelgor, but no, I'm actually good on everything. So now that I have the grass energy secured, I'll do that. And poisonous play. Goes that. Oh, I only did 100 because I didn't have the spike energy on it. So now this would do 80 to them. They got 130 HP. That's if they don't flip tails on confusion also. Yeah. So... yeah, I played Hollow Knight for a little bit. So yeah. Going by your Pauper format, you could play Pekarunt. I know Sloan's probably testing for the CPU tourney, though. Yeah, I do have Pekarunt in my standard version, but I decided not to put it in my Pauper version to not get people confused about what you can play, what you can't play, alongside the CPU tournaments, you know? So, I could play down Shelmet here, but you know, I actually do need the Maractus back. I actually do need those back. I could play down Shelmet, but I just don't need to. There's a knockout. I'll put Maractus back up. I get 2 prizes for this one because that was done with damage, not poison. Beautiful. And I got 1 prize left. Yeah, I need to change the Fighting Toadstool to the grass one so Bug Catching Set has a chance to find it. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Full Metal Lab? Oh no! Clinton, I loved that Toad's Cruel so much. Big game changer for the format. Yeah, I mean... there was a Hisuian Sneasler, but Toad's Cruel is just so much cooler. Richard, is it ploy or play? Ploy, I guess. My bad eyesight, you know? It was just telling me the wrong thing, I guess. Let me retreat, bring up Accelgor, and get my last prize. Nope, they resist me. So it's actually not my last prize. Interesting. Interesting. But if they don't get out of the active, then it will be my last prize. It is ploy. Okay. Clinton, clicking on the card, you can see 3 hops. It's like hopception. What? Hopception? Alright, that is both lists. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you had some sort of issue with the way that I cut to the Pauper, to the live stream content, because it is set up slightly different. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.